Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today we're going to continue with Sarah Bombranick's Simple Abundance, 365 Days to a Balanced and Joyful Life. April 14th, when you hunger and thirst. Many women, including myself, swallow life in an attempt to keep it manageable. I mean this literally and figuratively. Whenever we're anxious, worried, nervous, or depressed, without thinking, we instinctively swallow food and drink in order to push away the uncomfortable negative experience we're feeling in our guts. We hunger and thirst, but it's not for a bowl of ice cream or a glass of wine. It's for inner peace and deeper connection. Although, to tell the truth right now, I could use both ice cream and the wine as we ponder achieving a comfortable balance between love, hate, and our bodies. Carl Jung, the famous Swiss psychiatrist, believed that alcoholism was a sacred disease. M. Scott Peck relates in his book Further Along the Road Less Traveled how it occurred to Jung that it was perhaps no accident that we traditionally refer to alcoholic drinks as spirits, and that perhaps alcoholics were people who had a greater thirst for spirit than others. That perhaps alcoholism was a spiritual disorder, or better yet, a spiritual condition. I believe this is also true about compulsive overeating, which is the addiction of choice for many women. We have such a passionate appetite for life. We just don't know what we truly need to satisfy our insatiable cravings for wholeness. When I first became aware that when I swallowed life, I was really hungry and thirsty for joy and serenity, it became a turning point for me in learning self-nurturance. Finally, I understood that I wasn't underfed, but spiritually undernourished. I realized I could go within and ask my soul, my authentic self, what I needed. I learned to stop and ask myself the questions: how can I care for you at this moment? How can I love you? What is it you truly need? The next time you reach to put something in your mouth, take 1 minute to focus your awareness on what you're doing before you do it. Are you eating because you're physically hungry or because you are anxious? If you're anxious, a walk around the block instead of the kitchen would be better for you and more loving. At the end of the day, are you pouring yourself a glass of wine out of habit in order to signal that it's time to relax? Instead, why not take a few moments to slip into comfortable clothes, sip a glass of delicious fruit-flavored mineral water as you prepare dinner, and enjoy the wine with your meal? Learn to create ceremonies of personal pleasure that can nourish your deeper longings. As you nurture your spirit with kindness, your physical cravings will loosen their grip. Realize today that you hunger and thirst for a reason. Ask your authentic self to reveal your deeper needs so that spirit can quench and satisfy your parched and ravenous soul. This really hits home with me because I used to crave and I drank and ate to fill a void. I used it to numb. I didn't realize that I was really searching for something. And I kept searching for that something outside of myself. And when I decided to quit drinking 20 years ago because I was an alcoholic, I found mindfulness and meditation. And with meditation, I was able to find the purpose and the meaning behind everything that had happened to me in my life, and to be able to learn how to forgive and to let go and move past all of those things in order to make a tremendously wonderful life for myself. And I realized that this is such an important topic that I actually wrote a book called Nourishing Mind, Body, and Spirit, because we don't take the time to really nourish ourselves, the three aspects of self that truly make up who we really are. And in this book, it's really small. It's only, it's 129 pages, but like the words are really big. So it's not like super, super teeny tiny reading. Super easy. 3 sections, nourishing mind, nourishing body, and nourishing spirit. And in each chapter, I have items, like I talk about why these things are important. And then I list action steps, things that you can do to incorporate into your life to help nourish these aspects of self. And if you were to get this book, and that's awesome, Sarah, 25 days of no alcohol. Woohoo! Yay, that's awesome. Um, anyway, if even if you just take one thing from each section and incorporate it into your daily life, your life will be so much better off for it. And as you create more and more good habits, more and more bad ones fall away. So instead of saying, I need to quit smoking, don't say I need to quit smoking. Focus on something more positive. Don't focus on the negative, because if you focus on the negative, like I'm giving up this, or I'm taking away something, then you feel resentment for taking away whatever it is in your life, and you're never going to be able to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. But instead of focusing on what you've lost, think about what you're gaining. Think about all of the good things that are going to happen from instilling these new habits and from doing these different things and truly nourishing yourself. Unfortunately, we live in a society where drugs and alcohol are touted as, means to an end. We constantly pay attention to media, and everyone's always telling us how we don't measure up. And because we don't measure up, like, oh, well, here, just have this beer and it'll make you feel better, or have this wine, or, all these things that they're coming out, like hard cider and hard seltzer and all this stuff to try and make you feel better. But it's really not. It's just a Band-Aid. It's a mask. It's something to, to just numb the pain. And instead of numbing the pain, I ask you to really feel into the pain. And it sucks. It really does. It super, super sucks. But feel into the pain. Embrace the suck. Learn to love it. Learn to love all of these things about yourself that you really struggle with. One thing that, I actually had a conversation about this yesterday is, I haven't been eating well lately, and I beat myself up for it. I know I need to do better. But beating myself up about it doesn't help anything. So all I can do at the end of the day is say, well, I did it and it's done and I can't change it. So what I need to do is just let go of the fact that I went out yesterday and I got a 20-ounce Starbucks coffee that has about close to 1,000 calories and probably 60 grams of sugar, and just be like, you know what? I enjoyed it when I was drinking it, and think about that, and then let it go and try not to make it a habit. So until tomorrow, I hope you have an amazing and blessed day.